Hello everyone, this is Romario with another Premodern video. But before we get started, I'll kindly ask you to please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. Also, if you see if you want to comment on any kind of choices or plays that I made, I read all the comments and I really like to hear feedback from the videos I posted. But yeah, for this league, I decided to play Enchantress, and really, I think it was like a combination of like listening to Sam Black talking about this deck, which by the way, it's not one of my decks. It's just, I literally just copy and pasted his list. I saw a few different lists that he posted of this style of Enchantress. And then I think I also heard, I think it was Chris Toller, 10 Arms on, I want to say it was either on the I've Got Questions podcast or Premodcast, or maybe both. And so I was like a combination of like just listening to people talking about Enchantress and Sam Black talking about his deck. And I wanted to play Enchantress anyway. So I was like, all right, well, let me try a list that I haven't tried, or a style of Enchantress different than the normal green-white opalescence, parallax wave type of deck. And also, just as a side note, last year during Eternal Weekend, I did play against Sam Black, playing this deck in paper casually outside of the convention center, where I was playing some Premodern with some of my friends, and he asked to play a match, and that was the first time I've ever seen Hidden Gibbons being played in Premodern. But anyways, so this list is, like I said, it's different than the traditional green-white list that we've seen being played, or even more different than the tropical Enchantress deck that I have a video that I posted. This one, we're playing Naya colors, but it's, I guess, like leans heavier than what you would see before in the past when people would splash red for Words of War. So it was common for you to see just like 2 City of Brass, and that was how you could cast the Words of War, right? Or sometimes I've seen people run a number of Lotus Petals or something like that. But this list actually, it's a more true Naya colors deck, right? Because we have Words of War, and there are also like 4 copies of Seal of Fire that you will probably hear me saying Seal of Shock a few times, because I easily forget the name of this card for some reason. And also, you can tell this is a Sam Black list because he plays 3 copies of Gaia's Blessings. Gaia's Blessing, it's a card that like I've been liking more and more in Premodern. I've got a friend that helps me build some of the brews that I build, and often he would put like 1 or 2 copies of Gaia's Blessing either in the main deck or in the sideboard. It plays 2 functions, obviously. This one here, I think it's mostly to create inevitability. Also, like with Enchantress, you do end up drawing a lot of cards, and you run into the risk of like decking yourself. So Gaia's Blessing helps with that. And of course, let's say a card like Source of Plowshares is like, I think I've heard Sam Black saying podcasts a few times that it's one of the best cards in the format, or he might have said it is the best card in the Premodern. So Gaia's Blessing creates extra virtual copies of Source of Plowshares. Even if you go through all of them, you can always shuffle them back into your deck, and etc. etc. Also, you have cards like Solitary Confinement and Words of War. They only have 1 copy of each in the deck. Also Karmic Justice. You'll probably hear me complain about this card being in the main deck a lot. I still don't know how to play with this card. Anyways, but you have cards like Replenish, Words of War, and Solitary Confinement. You only have 1 copy of them, right? So if they get destroyed or in this case countered, you can always shuffle them back into your deck, and there you can always, the enchantments, you can just tutor for them again, or Replenish, you just can like hope to draw it again. So Gaia's Blessing helps a lot with that, especially if you play against another deck that their plan is also to play a long game. So God forbid you get paired against Landsteel in 2025. You might want to have this type of inevitability and, be able to basically play with your entire deck in your hand, right? Because you can kind of go through your deck when you're playing Enchantress. And if you're able to just keep shuffling back your cards, you should be able to win those games. But then there are more people playing cards like Brain Freeze and the Devour, Phyrexian Devour, Alter Dimension combo, which Gaia's Blessing is another way for you to beat those decks. So I think lately I have been getting paired against I guess I'll call it the Ill-Gotten Gains deck. I've seen some people picking up the deck since it got some time in the spotlight after, I believe, was the European Premodern event during Eternal Weekend. So we got that, and then I've seen also some people picking up the mono blue Phoenix Search Storm deck, and even like decks like Phyrexian Dreadnought, right? Like mono blue Dreadnought. That is one of their plans. Like is to try to chain spells and just like try to bring freeze opponents in. Opponents that are playing decks, they're usually slower, right? So there's one way for you to just deck them. Enchantress can fall victim of that because, again, it's not uncommon for Enchantress to have just 2 or 3 Enchantress effects in play, and next thing you know, you have 17 cards left in your deck. So you become like an easy target to brain freeze. And then if we look over in the sideboard, I think I've got everything covered in the main deck, right? I think if you're seeing Enchantress, you kind of know how this works, right? You got Enchantress effects and enchantments that cost a little bit of mana, and you just draw to your deck. I should go over the win con. So the win con is Words of War. And what it does is kind of like all the cycle of the words of cards. You can pay 1 colorless, and the next time you would draw a card, you can replace that effect with a different effect, right? So in this case, it deals 2 damage to any target. And again, so not too complicated. You have the multiple Enchantress effects, and you can replace those draws by dealing damage to your opponent. And in some cases, especially in game 1, against decks like Sly or probably Goblins too, Solitary Confinement can be a win con if you have at least 2 Enchantress effects in play. And again, Gaia's Blessing Gaia's Blessing does not come into play in this one very much because you can't target yourself. But it kind of does. You can just lock your opponent out of the game by not being able to be attacked. And you always have a card that you can discard. If you get real low in cards, you can always Gaia's Blessing, your Solitary Confinement back into your deck, and there's a loop there. But that's how the deck wins, is by replacing draw effects from the Enchantress into converting them into damage. There was a couple of games that I played for practice just to get a feel for this deck, that having Seal of Fire dealing damage to your opponent, replenishing them back to play, and then flinging the Seal of Fires again into your opponent was also a win con. So just something to keep in mind when you're playing, especially if you get into a game that Hidden Gibbons becomes a creature. It's not hard for you to just have enough Seal of Fires with the Replenishes to finish your opponent's life total. So moving to the sideboard, we've got Sam's copies of Sly and Goblin's Hate is 1 Circular Protection, red, and a Warmth. Warmth, to be quite honest, felt very underwhelming in the practice games that I played. I'm gonna run with that just because I'll believe what Sam 75 is. But I think if I was gonna choose something, I don't know. I was actually tempted to just make it a second copy of Circular Protection red. But again, these are just your usual red hate. Replenish, I really like to bring Replenish against decks that are playing counter magic. It's one of the play patterns I like with Enchantress. You jam your enchantments. If they get countered, eventually you draw your Replenish, and you kind of undo all the counter magic that your opponent had cast against you. And it's also against, I usually like to bring against decks that I know they will be packing a lot of enchantment hate, in post boards, usually green decks that you see with Rare Revelation and Naturalizes and all those cards that destroy enchantments, right? Firestorm, pretty good against any little creature deck. Elves, goblins, White Weenie, what have you. Pyroblast, so that's another card that I really would like to have more copies of Pyroblast, just because of the amount of Parallax Tides we have been seeing in Premodern currently. I will say this list is not recent. It's from a tournament that took place in Wisconsin a while ago. So maybe if you a new updated list would have more copies of Pyroblast. I thought Firestorm was kind of not great too, in the few practice games that I played. Also, Tsabo's Web felt okay, but I think the card is necessary. So maybe if I was gonna play this deck tomorrow, I would cut the Firestorms and have more Pyroblasts in a sideboard. But for now, yes, I'm gonna run with this. Hidden Gibbons, that card in every practice game that I played felt really, really good. And I really wanted to have this card in the main deck. I was actually considering shaving some number of Seal of Fires and having some Hidden Gibbons in the main deck. Maybe even like, if you're a fan of like not trying to dilute the whole thing like me, maybe cut one Seal of Fire, one guy as a blessing, and something else like a Karmic Justice, and just have all 3 Gibbons, and then move all those cards that I mentioned to the sideboard. I don't know. That's just an option, an idea. But yeah, every match that I played practicing with this deck, Hidden Gibbons, the card was really, really good. And then finishing off the sideboard here, there's like 3 copies of Tormod's Crypt, just kind of like a usual way to nuke someone's graveyard. I think I mentioned before in my videos. I feel like a lot of decks in Premodern somehow interact with the graveyard, even the decks that are not dedicated, but you always have a Terravore out of a green-white deck, or a Psychotog out of a blue-black deck. So there's always some ways that decks are interacting with the graveyard, and that's not even to mention the decks that play Squee, Anger, So 3 copies of Tormod's Crypt, 1 copy of Cursed Totem. I think that card is also very, very good in the current Premodern. But again, you can't fit everything that you want to, right? So 1 copy. If this deck had Enlightening Tutors, maybe it would make more sense to have just 1, but I think it's just, again, just hard for you to fit every card that you want to play. And then 2 copies of Tsabo's Web. Tsabo's Web, also pretty good. We see everyone playing Mishra's Factory in their decks these days, and there's lots of utility lands that we see. But first, more importantly, the main lands, right? And assuming Mishra's Factory and to a certain extent, Fairy Conclave too. But yeah. So I think the deck looks really, really cool. And at a first glance, it looks similar to other Enchantress decks, but then if you kind of look at it, you see that it's missing some of the parts that you normally see in the green-white Enchantress. But I'm excited to run this league with this deck. I played some practice games, and I think I've got an okay feel for the deck. I'm hoping not making too many punts, but and also just to let you know, I did sign up for the league the week prior, but I couldn't get all my matches in before the league was over. Kind of a combination of me signing up towards the tail end of the league, and then I had some outside things happening outside of Magic that prevented me from playing more Magic. So I got 3 matches in. I could have possibly got 4, but I wasn't going to finish the league, so I didn't bother playing the 4th one. So there are 3 matches that I will post after this league. So this week you get 9 matches of Enchantress. So there will be the 6 matches that I played for the current league, plus the 3 matches from the previous league that I just didn't want to waste the footage. So you get to see more Enchantress. All right. So there's the 6 matches, and then there's a little wrap up of the league that I will talk about it. And then after that, there'll be just 3 matches from the previous league. So there are league matches. They're not just practice matches. Hope you guys enjoy. And leave your comments. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. And I read all the feedback. And I love hearing what people say about the decks and the channel, etc., etc. All right. See you guys for round 1. All right. So we're here for round 1 of the league. Looks like I will be on the play. Keep this one. It's got an Enchantress effect, right? And add on my colors. I guess I'll keep it. Obviously this will be better for the Enchantress, Argothian Enchantress, but can't be too picky, I guess. I also have all my colors in hand, so it's plus with this deck. Apologize for the noise here. Okay, I guess if I just put a forest, I'm not really showing what I'm playing. And I think I want to keep the Seal of Cleansing in my hand. Double white. I almost want to not play Enchantress Presence then, because I feel like it's going to immediately get disenchanted. You know what? I think I'm going to do that way. If I draw any 1 mana enchantments, well, I guess except for Seal of Shock. Are we playing against Replenish? Ugh. Okay, this is probably one of the worst matchups I can play with this deck. Yeah, this is not good. All right, so I'm going to play Enchantress Presence, and this round 1 is pretty unwinnable for me. Yeah, I have some sideboard options here, but nothing too exciting for Replenish. Yeah, see how this goes. So Karmic Justice, it is still pretty good. They play some number of Seal of Cleansing, but they just have their combo there. Yeah, pretty much, right? I guess if they find a Parallax Wave, and then if they have Replenish, the game is over. Not how I wanted to start the league, but I don't think I have got paired against this deck in a long time, so I guess it was due to I my opponent just struggling to Replenish. Okay, I think Cursed Totem seems alright, I think. I guess Replenish and Pyroblast. Don't want to bring Hidden Gibbons. Most likely not, because so like Source of Plowshares doesn't do much here. I think Solitary Confinement also doesn't do enough in this matchup. Gaia's Blessing, funny enough, does because it can also target them. I guess Karmic Justice maybe. So I just took out 2 enchantments. Okay, seems okay. Because it's important to keep like a certain number of enchantments in the deck, so you can trigger Enchantress. Seal of Fire, not great too, but it's one way to win the game, and also it's like a 1 mana enchantment. I could maybe swap Sylvan Library for Karmic Justice, but I honestly think this matchup is like super, super terrible. So this hand is probably as good as it gets for me. I guess I'll just play the Tormod Crypt now. I don't think it makes much sense to hold on to it. I guess I'll just fetch now. Sometimes they play Stifle, but am I like dazed? It's a daze. No, it's not dazed. I think the opponent just wanted the F6 value. Meddling Mage. Okay. So they didn't see that I'm playing red in game 1, so most likely they're not going to play named Seal of... I keep forgetting the name of the seal. I was saying Seal of Shock, but yeah, Seal of Fire. So they're either going to name like an Enchantress piece or Source of Plowshares, maybe, if they think they still have Source of Plowshares Enchantress presence. Okay, that makes sense. I would have liked to draw an enchantment. I guess I'm just going to play this one and pass. So just one thing I want to highlight, see, the fact that Tormod's Crypt was not an enchantment, it matters. You have to have a certain amount of like enchantments in the deck, and if you go below that, it's a little dicey. And cast that one. All right, so I need to draw either Seal of Cleansing or some more enchantments, I guess. No, Seal of Cleansing. I mean, not Seal of Cleansing, Seal of Fire. I was going to say Words of War, but that doesn't really help that much too, because they can just kill my Seal of Cleansing. Yeah, we're going to do this in response. I think I'm probably going to be hitting the concede button pretty soon here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I have 1 turn. I'm just going to fetch, I guess. Okay. This is a Silver Lining, I guess. All right, so if I cast this one, and I'll play this thing, I'll tap it. And then we're going to kill this guy. And I can tap for green. I'm pretty sure I could have like not lost life there, but all right. Again, this is against other decks. This would have been like a very good turn. Against Replenish, they really just need 2 cards in their hand to make this not do anything. So my graveyard doesn't even look that exciting, right? So I can't like Replenish for Seal of Fire. Should be cool if it said enchantments and artifacts. Where's the block was an artifact set too, right? So Parallax Wave. Okay, Seal of Cleansing. They can kill my Enchantress presence. Okay. Deal. I guess he's gonna replay the attunement. Oh, they do have Stifle in the deck too. They kept Swords of Plowshares in. Where are they trying to swords? And Argothian Enchantress. Attunement. Alright, maybe I'll draw another Tormod Crypt and I can do some. Or this can happen. I guess I'm gonna replenish now. Oh, hold on a second. I should have tried to kill this thing first. That was a punt. That was not the correct thing to do. Okay. Punt number 1 of the league. You guys ever watch Twitch streamers? They have a punt count. What I'm doing here. Alright, so if I draw any enchantments, maybe I can crawl back into this game. They don't have Opalescence in the graveyard yet, so... Oh my gosh, deck. Why are you doing this to me? Phoenix Search? Oh, Intuition. No? Intuition. With 4 mana. Okay. Maybe that was a reason for me to Rith Grove and pick up Serra's Sanctum. They didn't target my fetch land, did they? Yeah. I thought about that 1 turn to pick up the Serra's Sanctum, and I didn't. So I think I'm just going to get a Plains here. I need a Tormod's Crypt. Those are not Tormod's Crypt. Alright. Alright. I gotta dodge another turn, I guess. So let's start with it. Can I even deal enough damage to kill them? I think if I had the Serra Sanctum, I could have killed them, maybe. Makes 3 mana before. Let me see. Yeah, that's not good enough, I think. I want to keep the Gaia's Blessing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I don't think there's anything I can do, right? Yeah, because I can go after the one that has Route first. And alright, yeah, real tough matchup. I think I had a couple of windows there if I drew something to nuke their graveyard, but overall still like a very, very hard matchup, even with this list. Alright, well, let's see if in the next round we can get some points on the board. Alright, so we're back here for round 2. I was about to play the wrong deck. Found an opponent. See if we can maybe get paired against a more favorable matchup. Looks like I'll be on the draw this one. I mean, the deck is Enchantress, right? And I have Enchantresses in my opening hand, so I think I should keep this hand. That's how this works, right? Forest and Birds of Paradise. All right, it could be literally anything in the format. Wouldn't be too surprised to see us survive with the fittest on turn 2. It's gonna be rough if they name the right thing. Source of Plowshares. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna be good for me because they can just flash back, take care of Argothian Enchantress. Looks like I'm gonna lose 2 of my cards. I guess, well, I don't have red mana. The Seal of Fire is not going to be a good top deck. I guess I'll just fetch here. Doesn't really matter that much. Now I have red mana. Okay. Yeah, losing to Enchantress, it's kind of rough. I mean, obviously, you can always shuffle them back with a Gaia's Blessing, but the loss of tempo there is pretty big. All right, so some kind of survival rock type of deck. All right, so I already have the mountain there. It's kind of risky to keep the cards in my hand because they can discard them, and Enchantress Presence can just be the rest away. They actually kind of know my hand. Oh, I guess they didn't know about the draw step that I did the mountain. Sterling Grove. Okay. All right, so I mean, basically just kind of have to hope to draw some enchantments here. I can put my lands in play. I guess I'll do that. If only they had discarded some Enchantress Presence instead of Argothian Enchantress. So I'm going to get smacked for 5. Serra Sanctum is just a basic plane right now, basically. Right, so they discarded one key. I'll just go get Squee and then discard Squee to get what they want to get. Yeah, this is not going well now. Let's probably get the Non-Took Vigilante, which since I have Replenish is actually not terrible now. 1, 2, 3. So I don't have, well, unless they have another land, they can't morph it and flip it. All right, so I'm gonna cast another Tempting Worm. I'll do rest first. So I'm gonna take 5 here. Okay, let's see if we can chain some together. That's okay-ish, I guess. Oh, I'm still dead on board. Yep. All right, so yeah, I don't even know what I was drawing to there. All right, so I guess I want Replenish against them. Pretty much any deck that plays this card, I think I want to have Replenish. And don't know if I want Tormod's Crypt. Seems like oversight. I'm just gonna cut a Gaia's Blessing. Maybe. Yeah. I think this is fine. Hidden Gibbons doesn't do a whole lot here too. I don't think they play any instants really. Maybe like Neutralize. But a 4/4 against their deck is not great. Cursed Totem, like I think it only stops like a handful of creatures, like Where's the Paradise and Wall of Blossom. Yeah, I mean Tormod's Crypt has some play. I mean some has some functions here, but the card I would cut would probably be Swords to Plowshares, just because I don't want to get too low in the number of enchantments. And against their deck, I actually like Karmic Justice because they're a little slower. Yeah, I think this is fine. All right, so let me keep this one. This one's much better. Kind of tempted to just put back the Grand Coliseum. Yeah, I think Grand Coliseum is the one I got back. Looks like opponent also mulliganed. Maybe they felt bad for me. They're like, oh man, they mulliganed. I got a mulligan too. Make things fair. Bird is the word. All right, so if you find a Seal of Fire, for sure, I think you just burn that. Is that for sure? I think so. There's no... Just gonna get the Battle Force done. I mean, I could have plowed the birds, but I don't know if that was what I wanted to do. I think I need to put Enchantress in play. I kind of just wanted them to cast a Survival and pass. Mirri's Guile. I think I put the seal on top. I did. All right, so they can still Cabal Therapy me if they want it. I'm gonna cast like this. All right. I'm not really punished for it because yeah, I think it's a good time to do this. I mean, obviously they can kill one of them. Like, yep. I still have Mirri's Guile, so it's all good. Really, I'm just trying to make my land drops here. Tempting Worm. I'm not gonna put that in play because I want to be able to draw cards. All right, so I'm gonna take 5 damage this turn. They have 4 cards in hand. They're not casting anything. And I'm assuming more naturalized effects, I guess. I don't know. Where's the Paradise? I'm gonna fetch. I don't want to draw. The 2 lands are on top of my deck. I found a Swords to Plowshares. Now the question: do I want to dig a little deeper? I do. All right, and I guess I can just pass a turn. Maybe they have Survival in hand. That's why they're not casting, because they don't want me to seal right away. And I think I have to kill that worm. Mana burn. Oh man, that does not help me. All right, so I'm gonna get a fetch. Say no here, and I'm gonna pass. Now it does matter if I have 2 Mirri's Guile, because I can put 1 trigger on the stack and look at the top 3. If I don't want it, then I can fetch, and then use the other Mirri's Guile's ability to look at the top 3 again. So generally speaking, having 2 in play doesn't really do anything, but in this case it does. So we're gonna look at this 3. As much as I like Solitary Confinement, I don't think that's a card that I want right now. I'm gonna get a forest, and I'll get to Mirri's Guile again. And I actually like these cards. Okay, so I'll play the Seal of Fire. I can target myself. So I guess I'll get Replenish. Enchantress presence source to Plowshares. Cool. I'm going to hold on to the Grand Coliseum in case my opponent has the bad idea of Cabal therapy me for something. I should not have 6 here. Looks like they're going to still cleansing something. Okay. I mean, that's okay. Neutralize. So, probably just going to cast a Survival of the Fittest here. Yep. The rest? Nothing. They still have 4 cards in hand. What are they doing? I'm scared now. This. No. I'm assuming, like, I'm fully expecting, like, oh, hold on a second. Okay. I was fully expecting a Engineer Plague. Yeah, Hidden Gibbons, as much as I like that card, I don't... Their creatures are like bigger than mine, right? So like a 4/4 doesn't do much. But in that last game, for instance, if I had Hidden Gibbons instead of Soul of Fire, I could have been attacking for 4 when they naturalized my thing. It's kind of tough, huh? I guess I can keep one. I still like Solitary Confinement. I was thinking maybe putting a Solitary Confinement too. Well, this end's a little risky, but YOLO. I realized that I was trying to maximize the area of game play. All right, so it looks like they're mulligan to... They're mulligan to 5. I thought they're mulligan for 6. Well, hopefully I can still keep a playable hand. They're probably gonna duress me on turn 1. Duress is like obviously very good against Enchantress, but I feel like taking Argothian Enchantress is really the way that's like make or break against this type of decks. This is not good news. Okay, at least they don't play Wastelands, so I think my Serra Sanctum should be relatively safe. What do you take here? Sterling Grove or Sylvan Library? I feel like the level 1 is to take Sylvan Library. Level 2 is like taking Sterling Grove, but I'm not sure. I think either one is a good pick. Unless they have Survival of the Fittest in hand, then they probably just want to get rid of Seal of Cleansing. Okay, so it feels like they have Survival of the Fittest in hand then. Alright, deck. Stop messing with me. Give me a, I don't know, give me a Hidden Gibbons here. Or another Mirri's Guile. Or just a basic land. I'll take a basic land. This works, I guess. Let's play the Enchantress first. That's a very good top deck. If I draw a land, I might just replenish here. Not anymore. Well, that's pretty awkward. Can't really cast anything. Squeak. Alright, so I need to draw a fetch land or a basic plains. I need to draw a white source, basically, right? Or this game is kind of probably like slowly slip away from me. Alright, not even gonna think too hard here. Kill this thing. And I'm gonna pass turn. The hand is Squee and Mystery card. Oh, these are perfect. It said nice draw. What they don't know, it was already in my hand, so I think I'm just gonna put this back. I don't need to rush. Yeah, I'll just play this. I'll play this. I said GG. GG. Yeah, they said something about the draw. That was good. Yeah, the drawing the basic plains. I mean, not the basic plains, the Windswept Heath was good. That was a close game. I'm still learning how to sideboard this deck, but I think that game 1. Oh, wrong card. That game 1, a game that I had the 2 Enchantress plus Enchantress presence. I think it's still a good keep. But anyways, we'll see you guys for round 3. All right, we're here for round 3. Paired up against my good friend Curran. He's new to Premodern on Magic Online, and it's said good luck. He doesn't really like the Enchantress matchup, but this one is a little different because I am not playing the Pearlescence and Parallax combo, so I think this might be a good matchup for him now. But what's a better way to welcome one of your friends to the format by playing against them? So I do have a lot of removal in this deck, so maybe we can get there. He's playing Angry Elves. Okay, Elves, not survival. But I do have a Solitary Confinement and Karmic Justice. Okay, I'm gonna try to do like this. I do need a second Enchantress effect so I can... Oh, they're playing Wastelands. I forgot about that. Yeah, didn't know they're gonna have a hand, but that's probably the thing that kills my... Well, if he does it right now, I'm actually not upset because Solitary Confinement is a much better card for me to keep around. I'm gonna do this, pick this up, and... No, maybe I should just play Sterling Grove because I need to find a third land. Oh, well, I guess maybe Sylvan Library makes more sense then, right? I'm gonna get smacked for 6 here. I think the play still Sylvan Library. Yeah, because if I draw naturally a Enchantress effect, then I think I can lock them out of the game. So 6-4. Okay. I'll definitely have to cast Solitary. That changes everything. So I have to draw. That was an Enchantress presence. Can't cast that. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that single wire came in clutch. Yep. Well played. The Wasteland definitely. It was very good right there. Very well timed. All right. So we got Firestorm and Cursed Totem here. And those are cards I want to see. I think Sylvan Library and Gaia's Blessing might be a little too slow for what we're trying to do. I think I still want everything else. I mean, I like all the removal. Self-cleansing, of course, they're playing what's it called? Survival and Thing of Wires. I wonder if I can go down to 0 Gaia's Blessing and just bring another Replenish. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. I really think I need an Enchantress effect, but I'm going to keep this one. I can probably just kill the first elf and then kind of go from there. I'm not going to cast the Seal of Fire now, because if I draw an Argothian Enchantress, then I think I just want to do that instead. Multi-Acolyte. Alright, I'll play one of them in case I need to respond to something on their turn. I pay for it. Okay, Queen Ranger. They're going to attack for 2. I think I'll kill that. Alright, hopefully they don't have a kill spell for my Mirri's Guile. Also, just realized Replenish would be very good here with all the Seal of Fires. Okay, that was a naturalized Priest of Titanium. Okay, the Priest of Titanium. Maybe I should have been holding some of these cards in my hand, because I do have Firestorm in the deck, right? So I don't want to just spill all my cards onto the board. Dang it, I have to kill the Multi-Acolyte. Okay, so he's not doing anything. I guess he was going to tap for mana first, but lots of elves. And tap and attack for 2. I'll think away. Okay. Oh, I guess playing all my stuff on the board turned out to be the right thing to do. And oh, tap this thing. Alright, so green and white, so we cast this. I need to splash black and bring some Engineer Plagues. Alright, so I'm gonna take 5 and kind of scary here. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna have to tap 3 things, right? So I guess I can sack this. Yeah, Enchantress Presence. So next turn I have to tap 2 permanents. I wonder if I'm just dead now. Oh no, another elf. Okay, so I'm gonna take 5. Go to this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is so awkward because I can't kill just one. Alright, so this Seal of Fire has to draw another land, I think, for me to be able to. Oh, it's the wrong type of land. Alright. And I think it's just game here. Maybe I kept a hand that was too reactive. I was really banking on drawing like some Enchantress, but I didn't. Alright, let me see. Current, he got me. Yeah, that was still cleansing. Alright, cool. We'll see you guys back here for round 4. Alright, so we're back for round 4. Looks like I am not on the play. Look, have fun. 2. Oh, this is... Yeah, I still think that like being Naya colors for this deck is a little complicated, right? Because being able to have access to all 3 colors in this format is not an easy thing. Oh, they're playing mod conscripts. I wonder if it's like a Sly or so just goblins. Okay, that is pretty cool. Unfortunately, I don't have access to like red or green. I'm sorry, red or white next turn. So it's possible I just have to, if I don't draw a land that comes to play untapped. Yeah, I think I have to play this. Wow, very shaky mana base. This is lethal. Let me see. So that's 2. Yeah, I think I have to block here. Okay, so I think the play is just Enchantress Presence. I'm just dead. Because if I take 1 damage, I'm taking 8. Yeah, I'm just dead. Wow. Did not work out. So we do have Firestorms and Warmth and didn't mean to do that. This. And again, I don't think these cards are fast enough for I wonder if I just want to Hidden Gibbons. Like, is it possible to think that they have splashing a second color? Maybe they have Anarchy. No, maybe Self Cleansing doesn't do anything. Let me see. They definitely have Lightning Bolts or something, right? Pyroblast. They have to have. Yeah, Serra Sanctum doesn't make mana here, so let's hold in. Okay, I guess this back. Hold on, maybe I should have kept the Karmic Justice so I can have it to trigger this. So this is the only one that gets red from it, like a mountain. So I think I'm gonna play Windswept Heath, and I'll see what I draw. Jackal Pup. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna start drawing cards until later, but I think that's okay. If I play a creature, kind of offsets the Jackal Pup. And this, I know this feels a little ass backwards, but I didn't need Serra Sanctum to start making more mana. This will be a good reason for him to keep the what's the name of the card? Seal of Cleansing in the deck, I guess. I'm gonna go to 8. I think I'm just dead here. Dang. Okay. Okay, they're gonna swing for. Oh, hold on a second. I can't afford to take some damage here. Okay, I think this has to be exactly Circular Protection, so whenever an opponent casts a red spell. Okay, alright, then I think that unless for some reason they cast a Lightning Bolt. Yep, no. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm not really sure like if I should have kept the Seal of Cleansing, but did not expect to see goblins like this. Pretty sweet deck though. Kind of reminds me of the one that Tony Scapone was messing around. All right, that was a quick round 4. We'll see you guys for round 5. All right, so we're back here for round 5. We found an opponent. Let's see if we can put another point on the board. Couple of rough last rounds. All right, I'll be on the play on this one. I think I have to trust the Mirri's Guile is gonna find me either an Enchantress or lands that help me cast these other spells. Sorry, opponent just wanted to say good luck. This kind of blows a little. I just play Force. I'm not. Well, I mean, this can be anything. It seems like it's like a Dreadnought. Right, so let's see. Another Seal of Cleansing. I mean, if it is a Dreadnought deck, then this is not terrible the way it's shaping up. I mean, the 2 Seal of Fires are kind of blanks, but unless they're playing Meddling Mage, but I mean, they have like a million ways to protect Dreadnought. Maybe they're not expecting Source of Plowshares, which would be nice. I think this kid, I'm just gonna get the lands, and I guess I want to cast another one of these. Unfortunately, I don't have another Wise Source because I would like to try to plow this on their turn, because this basically means that they have Vision Charm, right? So I guess I can do both on this turn. All right, we're gonna pay for the days. Not upset about that one. Oh, they might have foil. That's what it is. So they need an island to discard. Maybe not. I'll pay for the days. Yeah, that's foil. Okay, then I guess I'm gonna try to do this. They only have 1 card left in hand. They are at 32 life though, and I don't have any way to get ahead as stands. They discarded a Gush too. I'm gonna try to kill it. Maybe I should have waited until they attacked, but if they stifle or something, then I'm just gonna replenish back my stuff. Battleford. Well, they only have 1 card in hand. Maybe it's too greedy to wait. I'm gonna shoot them for 2. Sorry, that was a huge punt. For some reason I thought I had the replenish in my hand. Sorry, got distracted. Okay, they have a card in hand, and for some reason I just burned through. All right, and I guess I'm just gonna pass the turn now. Don't know what I'm doing, I guess. I'm gonna drink more coffee. Yeah, this would have been way different if I didn't just decided to discard a card from my hand basically for 2 damage. I think I have to keep the replenish, which means I'm basically losing a draw step. Unless I just find an Enchantress effect now. Oh, okay. Well then, a little bit less punished. I guess I can just play this. The card I'm gonna cast is either gonna be red or white anyways. So they have an Impulse. Okay. Alright. I thought it would be a counter spell. Also, big fan of like this Portal one's islands. I was looking to buy some extra basic lands from the Premodern era because they're my favorites, and I considered getting some of those the other day. Right, so I guess I can play this. Trying to decide if I want to fetch, because I think the other card on top of my deck's another Mirri's Guile, which is not. I mean, it's not horrible. What I can do, I can also just do the trigger the Mirri's Guile, take a look at it. If there's another Enchantress effect, maybe I'll just keep it. If otherwise, I can just fetch and then draw a mystery card. I think like luckily, like even though it was a huge punt like on that turn when I just tapped 4 mana for no reason, I might still be okay here. So I could get both of them, I guess. It doesn't add that much value, but I think since I have Serra Sanctum in play, the extra mana might matter. I don't know if they're gonna counter this one, but even if they do, I think it's fine. I think Replenish is really the card that I'm more into here. So I have 5 enchantments. So if I sack 1 to grab a second Enchantress Presence, I can still replenish in the same turn. Okay. Also, I wish like Magic Online would let me group them together, put the 2 Mirri's Guile together instead of space them out like this. I think the Seal of Fires, usually they stay all together, but I don't know. I don't know what logic Magic Online uses. Maybe it's like in order of turn. Maybe if I play 2 Mirri's Guile on the same turn, they'll be stacked on top of each other. But anyways, I feel like that's a gush. Alright, so Dreadnought. I don't think that changed my plan. Make I guess Seal of Cleansing, and then there's less of a chance that they can protect against all the stuff I'm gonna do. Alright, Mirri's Guile. I don't think I need another land. Okay, and I need to do this again. Honor Spell. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to fetch for plains because I didn't want to draw the other land. More land. I guess I'll try to plow this guy. So now I have 3 Seal of Cleansings, and I guess I should just try to grab another Enchantress Presence, I guess. A lot of triggers. Alright, so the first one, yeah, I have to do like this. I'm gonna have to pay attention to the clock when this happens. They're 42 life. That's bananas. Well, I do have Gaia's Blast in the deck, so I think if I can get Solitary Confinement. Okay, I think they realized there. So I guess I'm gonna cut the Seal of Fires. I can bring a Pyroblast. There's nothing to destroy artifact. Cut these, bring these two. Kind of one of the other Replenish, so I think I'm just gonna cut one of the guy's blessings. And oh, Karmic Justice. I don't think they destroy my artifacts. I mean my enchantments. Maybe instead of Sylvan Library, just keep another one. I can keep my kind of like my curve for artifacts that I keep saying artifacts, enchantments that cost 1 mana. Alright, so yeah, this seems okay. Cantripping. Okay, so yeah, I think I guess I'm gonna fetch. It's rare that they use the Stifle as a tempo card, but it could happen. So if I play Sterling Grove, they counter this first. There's some players who just kind of counter the first thing that they see. Yeah, I mean Sterling Grove is like, it's kind of relevant, but not super. So there's also a card I can just bring it back with Replenish, right? So I guess I'm gonna try to play Enchantress. You're gonna need a counter magic. You're gonna battle back for 2. Okay. Yeah, it's an AK. And this game would have been very different if I had a turn 1 Hidden Gibbons. I think it's probably gonna get foiled. No? Yes, foiled. I don't know why I reached for the Exile. This is not a Force of Will. So if they don't attack, okay. This pretty much means that they have counter magic in hand. I'm gonna play Sterling Grove. I'm just gonna chill here. Yeah, Solitary Confinement in my hand. It's not great. They're gonna attack for 2. Is that another foil? My plans have been foiled. Alright. Let's see. I guess I'll cast the Seal of Fire. That way at least it stops them from attacking me. Unless they draw another Mistress Factory, then I guess that's a different story. But you're a little late, monkeys. Jesus. Okay. Well, the justice in this world means that I should just draw the Replenish next turn, and they don't have counter magic. Do they not have like the Stifle in hand? Because okay, interesting. They let me have white mana for 1 turn. I guess the other card maybe was a Daze in their hands. I don't know. All right. Well, the game's not over. They have 1 card in hand. I have Source of Plowshares and access to planes. I guess I can try to fetch here. He's gonna stifled. No. All right. I'll try to play a Seal of Cleansing, I guess. All right. So Serra Sanctum now makes 2 mana. I get Flash of Insight for 8. Means I get to look at top 8 cards of the deck and kind of like sort of, I don't know, Mystical Tutor or Demonic Tutor. I don't know what to call it. No, not Demonic Tutor. Infernal Tutor, Demonic Tutor. No, they have cards in hand, so no Demonic Tutor. Didn't do anything. Well, I'm not doing anything neither. Alright, so I wonder if I should just bring Tsabo's Web for if we go to game 3. I wonder if they just shave like a certain number of Dreadnoughts. Now they get to Flash and Insight for 4. Seeing Flash and Insight kind of works, kind of reminds me of a Dig Through Time. Alright, Enchantress got foiled. I'm assuming they're holding up a handful of counter magic because they're not casting anything. This is definitely going to be relevant. Okay, so maybe I should just hold up my Pyroblast. There's a Hidden Gibbons. Hidden Gibbons! No. Alright, we're going to pick this fight because this game is taking a long time. Sorry. Not a tide. So yeah, sacking to kill this doesn't really help. I think my mountain got exiled, right? Yeah. Okay, so I can only fetch forest with this, and there's no reason to fetch right now. Maybe the tech to play against against Tide is to play Zuran Orb, so I can sack my lands, and then I can Gaia's Blessing them back into the deck. 8 cards in hand, 12 in the deck. I'm gonna try to resolve this Enchantress, I guess. I only have 2 more lands in the deck. They discard a Chain of Vapors. And freeze me. Didn't they just say Gaia's Blessing in my deck? Can I please hit a Gaia's Blessing? That didn't work out. Okay. I mean, they can have Stifle, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could have just 1 Gaia's Blessing in the deck, but I don't know if that's I mean, I guess it might get 9 cards for me now. They said I clicked too fast. They had Stifle. The GG's. I guess I'll say GG's, but I think. Can you just kill me with this? I'm at 11. Okay. I mean, I'll take it, but I think maybe they could have won. All right. We'll be back here for round 6. Thanks for watching. And final round of this league. Currently sitting at 2-3. See if I can at least get an even record. Looks like I'll be on the play. And I think I mentioned in the deck part of the video, but just as a reminder, I will post the matches I played in the previous league that I couldn't finish, so there'll be kind of like a bonus content. So there'll be a lot of matches for this video. If you want to just watch the ones for this league, then this will be the last one, the 6 that I played. But then the ones for the previous league that I couldn't finish due to basically signing up a little towards the end of the league, and just stuff outside of Magic that I couldn't get. I couldn't get done in time. So I was only able to play 3 matches. I almost got 4 in, but just didn't have enough time to finish all the matches for the previous league. So hopefully my Enchantress doesn't get dazed. I'll just say good luck, have fun. So yeah, we got 2 enchantments sitting on top. I wonder if it was being better for me to play Serra Sanctum, but I don't know. Always like this list only plays 2 of this card, so like getting one of them wastelanded would be kind of tragic. And I guess I'm gonna get the Mirri's Guile. I am going to try to fetch. I'll get a mountain. Get the Seal of Fire first. Again, I think I'm gonna hold on to the Mirri's Guile again, because if I draw another Enchantress effect, then I can. Alright, so black and blue. Argothian. Alright, Source of Plowshares will be sweet here. No Source of Plowshares. Alright, so does it make sense to do this now? It makes that they have to discard 1 card? No, that doesn't make any sense, right? No. I think the extra mana from the Serra Sanctum might just be better. Attack for free here. Maybe they can kill me. I think it'll be kind of hard, but so I don't know the top card in my deck, right? The Seal of Cleansing, Mirri's Guile, fetch. I mean, maybe they can duress here. That would be kind of bad for me. Seems like they're gonna cast a duress. Oh, I just realized my microphone was a little. Tsabo's Web. Alright, Tsabo's Web does not have any text against me. It's a pretty cool art. Okay, so there's an Enchantress presence. Okay, I'm gonna keep. Let's say no. I guess I'll play this. I'm gonna fetch. Get a forest. I guess I'll just step like this. Not super relevant. Yes. Alright, so they have 5 cards in hand, so that means it's 5 damage. Oh, 6, I'm sorry. So 6 is 7, 8 plus 3, 11. It's getting a little risky, but I think I'm still gonna. I guess I'll take this one. I'm not sure. There could be like some gush and factual fiction that can kill me, but I'm just gonna have 6 because I'm not going to respawn anyways. Okay, so I took 2 damage. I'm gonna need some help from the top of my deck. Not a Psychotog. Okay. Mirri's Guile will be the first one I'm gonna draw, I guess. That's Mirri's Guile. That way I can still have access to white mana. If I try to burn one out, they have to. The biggest problem is if they find a wonder and get them to fly, and then I would smother. Yeah, that's a good one for you to discard, I guess. Okay, so one of them died. Let's see if I can plow this one. If I can, I think I'm in good shape. Oh, Circular Logic. Okay, it's 5. Of course, I don't have 5. Okay, then I'll just take 1 forest. And I mean, I guess the 1 extra life doesn't matter as much. So, but if I draw another Source of Plowshares, I didn't. Just playing on Enchantress. Alright, and we're gonna pass a turn. So I can probably discard this and this. And I think I have to block here, right? Yeah. Alright, I might. Let's see. 1, 2, 4. I mean, probably don't have to block, but the chance of things going sideways there are very high. So there's 1 red, but +1 for Seal of Fire, so I think, I mean, Serra Sanctum. I'm gonna try to plow this. I have 6 cards in the graveyard. Okay, right, so we're gonna target them once, twice, and 3 times. Okay, now cast Solitary Confinement. Mana Leak. Okay, alright. And alright, so we put Solitary Confinement, Source of Plowshares, and I can try to, I guess, replenish the rest of the other cards that I want. Just pass here. And I guess I'll discard the forest, Seal of Cleansing, and Grand Coliseum. Okay, let's say no. That's 8 mana. I just need to trigger 7 times. Can I don't know if the Wars of War. Oh, it didn't let me choose the same target. There's some of the activations on Magic Online you can save the target. This one doesn't seem to be one of them. So that's 6 and 7. I should have the Seal of Fire too, so it wouldn't actually be necessary. I think actually if I just use Seal of Fire to deal the last 4 points of damage, it would be a little quicker. Oops. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go to game 2. I think I want Pyroblast. And again, I think I like Hidden Gibbons. I think I have to keep Seal of Cleansing because I'm pretty sure they have some kind of Plague Engineer effect. And I guess the guys. No, Karmic Justice probably doesn't do anything. I think blue-black doesn't really kill my stuff. Cursed Totem. I was about to forget that one. I think I probably could have won Sylvan Library, the one Gaia's Blessing. I was thinking about bringing Tormod's Crypt, but I think I already had the Source of Plowshares and the Pyroblast to kill a Tog, so maybe Sylvan Library can stay then. Well, this one's got one of the best cards in the matchup, Cursed Totem, but I can't cast my stuff. Also does have Pyroblast too, which is very good too, but without green mana, I don't think I can keep this hand. This one seems a little bit better. Yeah, actually, I mean, they're kind of... I think I'm just going to put the Wooded Foothills, and I'll just play the Coliseum first. I guess I changed things a little bit. If this resolves, I have to make a decision next turn. I can either play the Coliseum to have access to red mana, or there's a Battlefield Forge on top, and this is going to get countered for sure. No, it didn't get countered. All right, well, the next turn I should have enough mana to cast on my stuff. Oh, they don't have black mana. Maybe that's what happened. I'm gonna cast the Gibbons first. I'm gonna counter spell. Okay, I wonder if I should have Pyroblasted. I'm gonna gush here. No, I think having the Enchantress presence resolve is much better. Unless they just have a null, then that would be mildly annoying. Or counter magic plus days. Got a gush and AK. A lot of cards. Oh, just discard another AK. Oh, Factor Fiction. Okay. Alright, well, they kind of Sylvan Library. I think that's okay too. Guess the Mirri's Guile. Yeah, you got it. Maybe they just cast it because they were about to discard next turn too. Or here comes a Duress. Okay, took Solitary Confinement. Do you have Tormod Crypt in their deck? Let's see what we got here. Decisions. I guess that would be the time the Sylvan Library would have been better, right? Because Sylvan Library actually says you draw cards, so it works better. Words of War. You can always just deal 6 damage every turn, just kind of like skip your draw step. But well, I didn't do that, so I think I'm just gonna get Words of War, and I'm gonna cast like this. Ooh, yeah, like this, yeah. And if they want to counter, I'll fight over that one. Okay, and then I think the play next turn is to just sack the Sterling Grove to try to get another Enchantress presence. And most likely I'm not going to shuffle this time because reasons. I think I do fetch. Excuse me. And I haven't played land this turn, did I? No. Because I'll pick up this and I'll play Self-Cleansing. I can still hold up Source of Plowshares and Pyroblast if I want. Factor Fiction. They're going to get Tormod's Crypt instead of the creature that tries to win the game. Okay. I mean, they do get to draw 2 cards off of AK though, I guess. Right. And I guess I'm going to try to kill them. Okay, I'm going to say no to this one. I guess Argothian Enchantress. Then I gotta trigger this twice. So I take 4 for a card. I will trigger this more times, I guess. Okie doke. AK. Now I have a 4/4 monkey. Is it an ape or monkey? Ape. Is there a difference between monkeys and apes? Brain freeze. Well, let's do this first then. Just in case we hit a Gaia's Blessing. Yay, Gaia's Blessing. I mean, I can always Stifle too if they have Stifle, but I said, oh boy, I can't. I mean, I did cite 2 of them, one of them out, right? So they said GG's. I'll say GG's. So twice, Gaia's Blessing kind of won me a match. So we end up going 3-3. This is again, like I mentioned in the deck tech, this is a Sam Black list that I basically just copy and pasted. I was looking around some Enchantress lists and I actually heard recently a podcast with a Ristaller, 10 Arms on Magic Online. So it was, I guess, like a combination of listening to Sam Black talking about his deck and Chris talking about it like in another podcast, and like and I was like, all right, well, let's try to play some Enchantress, but I didn't want to just play the regular green-white Enchantress that I've played in the past, and I was kind of itching to try Sam's list because it looked different, right? I think at one point he was playing some number of Hidden Gibbons in the main deck, and I think the card's pretty strong in the current pre-modern format. I'll be kind of curious to see where he goes with his list, like if he ever tries to find space for Hidden Gibbons in the main deck again. Yeah, so one of the cards I think that I'm still like, I'm not sure how, maybe I'm just playing it wrong, or maybe it doesn't have a space in the deck. It is Karmic Justice. A lot of times this card just feels like a wasted slot. I mean, I guess decks playing Armageddon or Pernicious Deed, like now I will be singing a different tune, but it seems like it never works out the way I want to. Like, no, it feels like every time I cast Karmic Justice, they just kill the Karmic Justice. It becomes like a 1/1, right? Because you, well, I guess 2/1, but you end up just destroying a land on the side of the board, and it just doesn't seem like very efficient. But again, it's possible that I'm just not playing the card correctly or not sequencing correctly. But then also the 3 Gaia's Blessing seem like a little bit too much for me, but I can see if you get paired against a deck like no Land Steel or something, decks that the games go like really long, or maybe even some decks like some kind of Terrageddon versions of decks that we see now, because then maybe you just want to put back your lands and you know, just like they have some redundancy, right? Like, so if you have 3 Obviously the chance of you drawing like are much larger than just having two. And if you join them like when your deck's already kind of low, like it has less of an impact. But other than that, I think the deck's pretty cool. I did mention a few times that being Naya, being 3 colors in this format, it can be a liability because we don't have dual lands in the deck like in the format. We have Battlefield Forge and Rith Grove and Grand Coliseum. Then you already start dipping into deck cards like City of Brass and stuff. But it's kind of for Enchantress. I think life total is also a resource, so City of Brass becomes something that's not ideal. Yeah, so cool. I really enjoyed the deck. And like I said, after this, I will have 3 matches that I played in the last league that I couldn't finish. I signed up for the league on the 2nd week, and I just had some other stuff outside of Magic, and I tried to rush and get all my matches. I think it was possible for me to get 4 of my matches in before the league reset, but I got 3 in, and then I just didn't have enough time, so I didn't even bother trying to get in the other 3. It was very close to the time that the league was going to reset. That being said, I will publish the last 3 matches. I hate to throw away pre-modern footage that I record. So yep. So after this, there will be the 3 matches from the past league, and hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, so we're here for round 1 on our opponent. See how this Naya Enchantress deck works. All right, looks like we lost a die roll. Cool. This end is, it's pretty good. Obviously the replenish in the opening hand might not be that great, but having a turn 1 Mirri's Guile might be good. Also they're playing blue, so maybe the replenish will be useful later in the game. So we cast our bootleg Sylvan Library here. I think I don't. I mean, I guess I do want to get to 4 lands at one point, at least 3, so I can cast my Enchantress Presence. So we're gonna start with a Sterling Grove. It's kind of cool how the deck works on. You can go up the curve 1, 2, then 3. I didn't feel like I needed to shuffle yet. No, it would be pretty awkward if we see a Dreadnought here. I'm gonna change their mind. All right, cool. So that's our win con, but I don't think I want to draw now. We can always turn and grow for it. So we kind of have a decision point here, because I will have to fetch. So one of those 2 cards we're not gonna see on the next time. But I think Words of War, I kind of want to just draw later in the game. Since we have Replenish, I think I kind of want to go to 4 mana. I'm assuming this is going to get countered. Like, that's probably why they were deciding they want to. Yeah, okay. I've never seen this counter spell yet. It's probably one of the. Oh, it's one of the commander sets, I think. Gemstone Mine. All right, I'm intrigued. Okay, so Meddling Mage. All right, so this Seal of Fire might be relevant now. Parallax Wave. Okay. Yeah, so this list notably doesn't play Parallax Wave or the Opalescence. So sorry, I was blinking on the card for a second. And I think I'm probably just gonna draw all of these except for Seal of Cleansing. Maybe that's not a great one. And maybe I don't have to show them that I'm playing red yet. So we can do this first. Oh, another counter spell. Maybe we can try to maybe run out the amount of cards. Not a meddling mage. Okay. I do have 3 cards in hand still. Source of Plowshares. Okay. That's a good one to guess. So maybe I do want to shuffle now. There was a land and a Sterling Grove. Yeah, I think I'm going to shuffle. I think I'm more interested in finding a Argothian Enchantress here. Okay, all these cards are very good. So we're going to keep jamming Enchantress presence and stuff. Right, and we can play this. I'm not going to auto yield because with Sterling Grove in play, there are situations that I might want to respond to my Enchantress trigger. Okay, so right now they're swinging for 4, but I think I'm in good shape now with Enchantress presence. And we can always like replenish for the other 2. I think that's something that we want to do. I can take 4 damage. I think that's still fine. And okay, so I don't think I want to. I don't want to draw the next 2 cards. I'm gonna fetch before we do anything. Get a forest. I can play another Seal Fire. Oh, Enchantress present. I mean, or Argothian Enchantress. This might eat a counter magic. No? Okay. I'm gonna play Sterling Grove. And like everything has Shroud. Alright, so what do I want to do now? I think I'm gonna kill the one that's name is Source of Plowshares and just take 2. I think 2 is still unmanageable. I mean, going to 9 is still like a manageable life total. Is there a reason for me to sack Sterling Grove before doing this? So I can get Argothian Enchantress. I think with 2 Enchantress, maybe I'll get another Enchantress effect. But I will fetch before casting the second Sterling Grove. Alright, so I'm gonna go to 8 life. I think I'm just gonna cast like this. And I do need to tap white mana. Alright, and drawing 3 lands was kind of not good. Alright, so I think the line here is to just kill Meddling Mage, and then now I'm forcing them to do something. Mox Diamond. Are we gonna get Armageddon here? That would be extremely rude of the opponent. Okay, doesn't look like they're gonna Armageddon us. I guess I will kill that guy now. I was hoping to draw Source of Plowshares at one point there. Oh, I should have sacked this Sterling Grove. Well, no, I'm gonna see 3 new cards. I don't think I need to do that. I was wrong. Okay, so it's possible I should have. Okay, I'm just gonna kill the Mox Diamond, and I'm gonna target myself here. I'll get this, and there's no lands in the grid. I guess I'm gonna steal a cleansing back. Play another one. Play another Seal of Cleansing. Maybe I'll find another Seal of Fire. Found a Seal of Fire. Cast Seal of Fire. Oh, okay, I found Words of War and more damage. Okay. And here, I don't think I need to draw these lands or another Enchantress Presence. I think we're drawing alright. We're drawing enough cards now. So I believe now we can try to go for the 1-2 punch. Psychotalk. Okay, that's what they're playing. We can plow Detog. Where do I need it? Do I even bother with that? So I'm gonna try to. I think I can use the green mana. I'm gonna have Serra Sanctum. Yeah, I'm just gonna place Wars of War. This might need a counter magic. If it does, we have Replenish as a backup. Okay, it didn't. I don't have red mana for this. That's awkward. Let me try to plow that first. Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna go to game 2. Oh, no, I want the card view because I'm old and I have a hard time seeing sometimes. So I think Seal of Cleansing might not be the best in this matchup. I also am not. Karmic Justice for some reason never works for me. I'm gonna cut the card. Cursed Totem seems pretty good against a deck that's trying to activate Psychotog. Pyroblast also seems pretty good. Their deck is all instants and sorceries, I guess, plus Psychotog, so Hidden Gibbons, very, very good. I mean, Tormod's Crypt also seems okay, but like, I didn't see any of the other cards that we see, like usually in Psychotog, like no accumulated knowledge or intuition. Yeah, I don't know if I want Karmic Justice. I mean, There's also, I think 3 Gaia's Blessings might be a lot, but in my little bit of testing I did with this deck, it's not uncommon for you to just almost like deck yourself. But I feel like, no, just having 2 Gaia's Blessings enough. I don't think you need to have 3. I could keep the Karmic Justice, because right now we have what, 6, 7, 11, 7, 11, 12, 13, 17, 21 enchantments. I usually like to, like for Enchantress, I usually try to like stay above 23. We do have like 3 mirrors Guile in Sylvan Library that helps us like find more gas. All right, I guess I'm gonna try to do like this. Yeah, Karmic Justice, like I said, like I'm a big fan of like playing Enchantress in Premodern. Usually I have some sort of Enchantress deck sleeved up with me, but the Karmic Justice is one of those cards that like every time I tried it, it just never worked out the way I wanted. Like one of the decks that I always bring it in is it's against like no decks like the Rock because of Pernicious Deed, but always gets killed before Pernicious Deed, and then they still kill your whole board. So I don't know, it just never really worked for me. Oh, they're gonna attack Mother Runes? Oh, okay, I was gonna say like that creature should never attack. Your opponent is at 1 life. They have 0 cards in hand. You have a Mother Runes in play. You still should not attack a Mother Runes. Just keep it untapped. All right, so we're gonna play your Argothian Enchantress. No, we did not need a counter magic. Okay. I thought for sure the 2 mana were a counter spell. Another mom. Okay. Like we have a PTA meeting there. I kind of have to. What comes into play? Tapped. I haven't, to be honest, I haven't played with Grand Coliseum ever. Aha! Now we have a Hidden Gibbons. And we draw a card anyways. So much value. Oh, the fucking land. Oh, sorry for the language. Usually I try to keep my channel as a kind of PG-13. They're going to block and they're going to give protection. All right, cool. I didn't mean to do that, actually. I pretty against like time wasting game actions, but I didn't notice. It just reflects here. If the opponent is watching the video, I'm sorry. Okay. Like in this case, there's really no reason for me to attack. I'm not gonna get them with any burn spell. So, this is a K that I was thinking that they were playing. They are playing AKs. All right. And I don't know if that's enough reason for me to play Tormod's Crypt, but maybe it is. Portent. I've been seeing a lot of people playing with this version of Portent online. I didn't know the card got reprinted. All right, so they Portent. They chose not to use Portent. Okay, so they like whatever they saw on top of the deck. I don't think I should fetch yet. I do have some cards that can. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. All right, I'm gonna play this Grand Coliseum because it comes to play tapped. And that was the problem, like, you know, not playing enough enchantments. Even though I've been drawing lands anyway, so like it's not like I drew a a sideboard card that's not an enchantment, right? So it's not a great representation. I swear, if they play a Duress, no, it's just second talk, right? Okay. Yeah, no, things get bad now. Okay, we can play this other Hidden Gibbons. Solitary Confinement does not. It's not very good now. I don't think I'm risk of dying now. Let me see, they have 5 cards, so that's +5. They'll bring them up to 8 cards. That's assuming they don't waste land or anything. So just quick math. So 8. Because they give protection. So like my blockers don't really matter here. So 8. And then each card is like no half. 2 cards is like 1 point. So it's like no half, 0.5. So 8. So it's 6. 10. So they can do 10 damage. All right. So I do have to consider doing something next turn. I think in this case I might just fetch, I guess. Usually you should like really use the fetch lands in combination with like a shuffle effect or like a Mirror's Guile, for instance. Things already being explained that fetching to thin your deck is not really a real thing. But if you're playing a deck that doesn't have any library manipulation, then maybe it's correct to do it. Oh, they didn't want to attack. All right. I should have all the planes in my deck in my hand in play. Wow, that is surprising. Oh, okay. That doesn't look very good in the face of Mother Runes. So they didn't do anything last turn. So I'm assuming maybe they're just holding up counter magic. I don't know. Is this like a bootleg Cedar Brass? Okay, it is kind of like a bootleg Cedar Brass. Aura of Silence. Okay, that is a reason for me to keep Seal of Cleanses in my deck. But also I should just like, you know, maybe try to draw something. All right, let me fetch first. I guess I got a mountain this time. Okay. It's gonna cost 2 mana. Not free or cheap anymore. All right, we got another Argothian Enchantress. I'll play her too. Okay, and I guess I'll put it. Rith Grove, this forest, and notably, I can always plow my own Hidden Gibbons and maybe not die to like a lethal swing from Psychotog, but the problem with Aura Silence, everything costs more, and it's just really awkward now to One thing that maybe I should have done last turn was attack with the Gibbons, because then if they try to block in Mother Runes and give protection, I can seal a fire and then plow. But then I just get rid of one Mother Runes. The other option would have been to just I guess I'll just block here. It doesn't. I don't think Hidden Gibbons does a whole lot here. And I guess it forces them to use a lot of their cards to pump Psychotalk. Huh. And the more I'm looking at this game, Cursed Totem would be very, very good right now. It's currently a 2/3. If they want to kill it, they need to discard 2 cards, I guess, from their hand. And then they can, I guess, exile the Wasteland and Annul from the graveyard. Okay, that's exactly what they're doing. Yeah, now we'll kill my Gibbons pretty dead. Alright. Not looking very good here. Especially because I'm just drawing this amount of lands. So this thing costs 5 mana. Jesus Christ. Alright. If I play another land, I could play around Mana Leak, I guess. So, alright. I'll cast this. They don't even have to counter, they can just hold up Aura Silence and kill it, but maybe there's some way for me to force, kind of brute force through the 2 Mother Runes. Gaia's Blessing. That is not gonna help very much. Do I even want to cast Gaia's Blessing? Probably not. I think I'm just gonna hold out the 2 Swords of Plowshares. AK. Oh, Rare Revelation. Targeting. Hold on, they're doing my main phase. Does that change anything? I don't think so. No, I think I'm just gonna. That's fine. I'm just crossing my fingers here that my opponent is not playing Armageddon, because that card would wreck me the way this board state. Right, so they're going to try to give pro green to Psychotalk. All right, I'm going to try to kill Mom. They're going to try to pro whatever this one. All right, so we're going to try to source to Plowshares this in response. Because if I kill Psychotalk, then I'm not dying. Mother Runes are not gonna quote unquote kill me. And then this Seal of Cleanse is just gonna kill this one. Okay. Because this Mom was targeting the Psychotalk. Alright, so they just have a Mother Runes that doesn't target anything. And they're gonna cast another Psychotalk. Oh, it's Cataclysm. Okay, well in this case, I'm just gonna kill Mom. Sounds terrible when you say it like that. And okay, and then I am going to keep, I mean, like I have all the lands in. Alright, so I'm gonna keep Enchantress, and I guess I'll keep, no, I can keep this one, because then they're gonna wasteland me. I guess I'll just keep the forest. And I'm hit done. Okay. So Cataclysm is sort of like the worst scenario here for me, but I guess not as bad as if it was Armageddon. So okay, I'm gonna put Enchantress Presence. I can put another land. Hidden Gibbons. Maybe I need another land. Okay, Source of Plowshares is a fantastic draw. Did I? I did cut one of the guys blasting, right? Okay. Kind of like wish I had one back. Okay, I guess I'll just play this fetch land and I have another fetch, so I think I'm just gonna fetch now. I have 2 more forests in the deck. Need to remember that. I do not have a red source now, so that's something maybe I should have thought about when I cast my whatchamacallit, Gaia's Blessing. So I am going to just pass. All right, so let's see. I do have a red source now. All right. This thing's gonna cost 5 mana. Yeah. All right. I mean, again, they can counter or silence, but more important thing is that I get some enchantments in play. Oh, they do have the thing. Yeah. Rare Revelation. Really nice if Argothian Enchantress had at least 1 power, right? Could it just be poking my opponent this whole time? I'm gonna quote unquote bait them into counter the Seal of Cleansing if they have counter magic. Doesn't appear that they have, so I think I'm just gonna play this thing. I'll pick up the Battlefield, whatever. Battlefield Forge. We'll play Mirri's Guile. Oh, Cursed Totem. I'm very happy with that draw. I mean, now that the Mother Runes are gone, I don't know. But they're still playing Psychotog in their deck, right? So, I'm really interested what's in their hand. I'm wondering if there's another Cataclysm waiting for me. So, okay, I think I'm just gonna play it slow, I guess. I don't think I want to fetch. So I'm gonna. Oh, it does cost more. I keep forgetting. Counter spell. Okay, makes sense. I guess I'll play a fetch then. Best. I think I believe I have another forest in the deck. So, okay, Psychotog. All right, so we have Cursed Totem for that. Now having access to Seal of Cleansing, it's really hurting me right now. So what do I want to do here? I think I just want to play another Enchantress. Yeah, I'm trying to resolve this. Oh, I completely forgot that Totem also gets affected by Aura of Silence. Huh. It costs 4 mana. Okay, let's do it like this. All right. So I can kill this. Oh, it didn't do anything. And I guess I can just pass the turn. If they do have another Cataclysm in hand, then I have one enchantment, one artifact, one creature, and I can just skip a land. Again, it will be a little complicated for me to win this game, but I think we can get there. I don't know. Okay. I mean, these 1-for-1 trades are mostly okay. And again, like no, Armageddon or Cataclysm would not be as terrible this time. They also have a Cursed Totem that they have to deal with at one point, I think. Meddling Mage. Okay. 2 of fire. Okay. Like there wasn't a situation like by zig they zag, or they zig when they should zag. Karmic Justice. I like this one. All right, so I think now I'm gonna. Is it time to overextend? I think maybe it's time to. I mean, it's only making 2 extra mana, so it's not really overextending. I'll put Battlefield Forge, I guess. They still have like 4 cards in hand, so I don't know if I really want to go all in. So I think I kind of need to find a Replenish, right? Or I guess I can just try to resolve this Gaia's Blessing, which I should be able to do next time with the help of the Pyroblast. They can attack for 2, not gonna block. This thing says whenever the opponent controls, destroys a non-creature. Okay, so it doesn't work with Cataclysm, right? Because Cataclysm, yeah, I have to sacrifice them, so it doesn't destroy them. So it doesn't. Right now, Karmic Justice is really just a +1 for Serra Sanctum. Okay, I guess I can just leave the land on top. Alright, so Gaia's Blessing, Words of War, Seal of Fire, I guess. They try to counter, I can always Pyroblast that back. So maybe I should have played the Hidden Gibbons first. They're not gonna fight over this, are they? No. Just counter that. I mean, kill that. Oh no, why am I not casting the Hidden Gibbons before doing this? Oh my gosh. All right. Not my sharpest moment here. Sorry about that. Yeah, I should have definitely played the thing first, but mistakes were made. So let's pass a turn. I might just lose to this Metal Mage now because I don't have. I need to find a source of Plowshares, and there's only one left. Okay. I mean, I guess if I draw another Gaia's Blessing, I can try to put 2 back in the deck plus the other Guy's Blessing. That was what people like to call a mistake. Maybe just a Psycho Dog. Activated abilities cannot be activated. Okay, but I believe Morph is not one of those things, right? Alright, I'm gonna try to get this replenished because I just realized my time on the clock is also kind of low. And let's see if they respond to this one. They did not. Alright, so we're gonna play Serra Sanctum. Only 4 mana. I'm gonna try to replenish stuff, I guess. Things. Okay. We'll kill this thing. Oh, I get 2 Hidden Gibbons. There are 8 life, so those guys are kind of threatening. Okay. This might just win the game for the opponent. Well, there's no. I'm sorry. There are 7 life and I'm at 8. So Gibbons. Let me see. So the forest. I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna keep this guy, and I can keep Enchantress Presence. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna hit done. Any order. The only problem is I don't think I have another. Hold on. One. I hate how Magic Online does this. So one. I think I have 6 forests in the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, did I count this one? Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I do have another forest in the deck, so I can fetch. All right. If we do get game 3, this is gonna be very, very close. I might have to come up with a plan to try to win the game faster, which Enchantress and faster is 2 words I usually don't see the same sentence. Can also draw like a Source of Plowshares here. Right, I still have 1 in the deck. Oh, never mind. The name Source of Plowshares. Ugh. Yeah, we're gonna attack. Interesting. Maybe they have another one in hand. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this. Wrexham Furnace. Okay. That can be a problem. And I believe it, yeah, I'm just gonna get a forest. I have the Serra Sanctum for white mana. Also have Grand Coliseum too. I think it's Mirri's Guile here. And I hit Gibbons. Okay, cool. I really appreciate if my opponent don't start tapping Phyrexian Furnace at this point in the game. Just remove the one you want to. Oh my gosh. Okay, just remove the one you want to remove because the Windswept Heaths, I swear, they're not gonna do anything. Is that a second hog? Okay. Yes. There's a source of Plowshares. Yeah, we're gonna draw the source of Plowshares. And I guess I'll play the Coliseum. So let me see if I tap to. It doesn't work. Budge. Okay, I just have to kill this thing. Oh, hold on. I could. Jesus Christ. All right. They're 8 life. There's 1 Seal of Fire. The one is in my hand. Okay, so in theory, I could force them to. I think it's tapped to now, and they're tapped out. Oh. Maybe they're looking up like what creature types are Argothian Enchantress. I believe the original printing just said Enchantress. Yeah, they went to Druid. Mox Diamond. Okay. Kind of running out of cards here. Okay, we found the Gaia's Blessing. All right, so I think it's just blessing time here. I'm gonna target myself. All right, so I'm gonna put back Replenish. Words of Wars already back in the deck. Okay. Gaia's Blessing. And I believe I just want maybe Source of Plowshares. Yep. I mean, they can activate and get rid of something. What are they gonna target? Gaia's Blessing. Not Replenish? Like Replenish is way worse. If I Replenish now, the game is over. Okay, so I'm gonna pay 1 and I'm gonna cast this Seal of Fire. I mean pay 1 as in pay 1 life. Yeah, like Replenish I think might just win the game. Unless again the opponent pulls another Cataclysm, then I'll probably concede and maybe just concede the match. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know if I should continue playing this game. Maybe we should just go to game 3. Yeah, this is going to. Oh my gosh, this is. Yeah, that was quite the match. I mean, the game there. All right, so yeah, Karmic Justice. Like I said, I don't think it's a very good idea for me. Card rarely ever works out the way I want it to work out. Solitary Confinement, I don't think I can play that kind of game. I definitely need Seal of Cleansings. Let's think about Firestorm, but I don't think it's a good one. I don't want to shave a Sterling Grove and just bring another Self Cleansing. Wasn't a card that no, it was just the Furnace. Maybe Gaia's Blessing is the one I should cut because right, I'm gonna keep this one. I might have to maybe talk a little less just so I can try to Modern Runes. Okay. I should have played the other things so I can have Pyroblast ready for next turn. Things happen when you're trying to play in a rush. Yep, that extra Replenish. And I think I'm just gonna pick up the forest. Oh, okay. I'll play another Enchantress. Okay, I'll play this. Yeah, if I had the red land here, it would have been a whole lot better. That's pretty good. All right. Yeah, I don't really have an answer to Cataclysm with this deck or Armageddon. Those are the two cards that just like super hard for me to deal with. But if we had like Opalescence plus Parallax Wave, like no, then it would be a little easier. We could just try to present the combo and kind of ride that to victory. But all right, I'm gonna play Z Gibbons. I don't want to play a land because I want to fetch. AK. I want to play before the thing. And I'll definitely fetch in a turn because I know the top 3 cards in my deck. And I think I'm just going to hold up to this 3 forests in case the card that I don't want to speak about comes down. All right, let's grab a... I guess we'll get another forest. Can really cast down 1. I guess we'll do it like this. Okay, and play Sterling Grove. So this can only... Yeah. Trying to think of enchantments I can grab with that. I might just play the Sterling Grove so I can... I mean, not play, but use Activate Sterling Grove so I can shuffle my deck. I guess Seal of Cleansing. I don't think it really matters. I mean, I could get like Enchantress Presence, but really I just want to get a shuffle. It was another Hidden Gibbons. Yeah, we're gonna get that. I think the name of the game here is to draw cards. Another cake. All right. Um, I don't think it's correct for me to play more lands. Yeah, if I don't have red mana, the land and pass. Okay. My gosh, it's the. Okay, I guess I'm gonna keep the Wards of War. Yeah, I think do I just pass? Because I don't have any way to draw cards here. Doesn't make sense to. Oh, it's another. Okay, so this is my signal that we're about to get cataclysmed. If I had a Cursed Totem in play, I'll feel a lot better because then I could at least attack with my Gibbons. Meddling Mage, okay. Swords to Plowshares. Yeah. I think I might lose this game because I'm not having a red source. Like half of my hand is like red cards and no red mana. Well, I guess I have to draw some cards now because I'm not getting out of this one if I don't do that. I hate to do this. Alright, so I'm gonna go up to 8 cards. I guess I'll send them. I'm gonna take 4. Yep. It's card 1. They might be more inclined to like maybe not try to protect the Meddling Mage. I don't know. Okay, so I have to keep. What do I gotta keep here? I'm going to keep the Plains. Gibbons. And this thing, I guess. Yep. Any order. I gotta try to win the game. Not. They're gonna attack. Cool. If I draw a red source, maybe I can get still a fire in play. Maybe I should have put an auto thing on the. I haven't played my mountain yet, so. I think I'm just gonna play the seal first. We have a Pyroblast that can kill this guy too, but Pyroblast can also kill Psychotog. Okay. Seal of Fire. Okay, yeah. I can kill both of them, right? They force a block. I'm just gonna play Wars of War. See if I can close out this game. 27 seconds, yeah. So if it's Cataclysm, again, I can keep this Mountain and his Pyroblast is thinking attack for 4. Is that GG? Wow. GG's. There were some. Oh, they did have second talking hand. Okay. All right. We'll see you guys here for round 2. All right. So we're here for round 2. And just the way the league worked out, I might not be able to play all the matches that I need. So most likely, if you're watching this, this will be bonus matches that will be added to the next league. All right, so I'm going to play, and I'm going to keep this hand. I've got Enchantress, and we have 2 Enchantress effects, and we have an enchantment. Gaia's Blessing on an opening hand is not great, but it's like a redraw, I guess. Having those 2 lands, kind of a bummer, actually. I'm not sure. I'm not very convinced on Grand Coliseum, but I don't know how much better this is compared to City of Brass. But I guess you do have the option to not pay life to tap for colorless. But I think it comes like that. It's okay. All right. Just making sure my opponent and I, we haven't played league match. That was the whole chatting. All right, 7 Alliance. I guess I'm going to save the fetch. So for any decks that I play that have ways to manipulate the top of my deck, I like to save the fetches for those situations. Because like if we draw a Mirri's Guile or Sylvan Library, I'd rather use the fetch lands to shuffle my deck instead of just grab a random land. Oh, not random, but just grab a land. It doesn't really, thinning out the deck doesn't really help. So unless I draw again like a 1 mana enchantment, I will most likely just cast Enchantress Presence next turn. There's also maybe a possibility that I just play Rith Grove, and I do go down like in mana for the following turn though. But this deck really tops out at 3 mana, so okay, opponent's taking their time thinking. Is that what? Hold on, what is on their upkeep, right? Okay, not really sure. Maybe they had to do something. Maybe they want to make coffee. Is it coffee? Coffee. Yeah, they're back. As someone that has a kid, I understand that sometimes you have to take little pauses in the middle of a game. Okay, so it is like a white weenie deck. I'm gonna take 2 damage here. Okay, so I did draw Mirri's Guile. Do I still want to do the plan I was talking about? I think I do. I'm gonna pick up the forest and draw a source of Plowshares, which is great here. And I have 2 sources of white mana, so Mishra's Factory. Okay. Did my opponent mulligan? I didn't actually pay attention. Oh, they didn't move it to 5. Okay. All right, so we're going to go to 14. Mother runes. Okay. Probably have to kill mom then instead. I was hoping I could just save my plow for one of the bigger creatures, but I think I have to kill mom. And I think I'm going to take 1 damage here and just play another Mirri's Guile. Okay. Alright. So next turn, looks like I'm going to take 6 damage. I would love to draw a Seal of Fire. I'm going to take 6. I'm going to go to 7. And Mirri's Guile coming up here. The deck does play 4 Seal of Fire and Words of War, so this is just perfect, I guess. I think I'm gonna get Solitary Confinement first. And no, I don't need to look at the same cards again. Okay, and I think I can fetch here. I do have a basic mountain. Play Seal of Fire. Cool. So I have 9 cards in hand. I do have to discard some stuff. I guess I'm going to discard a Grand Coliseum and a Gaia's Blessing. Unlikely I will. I shouldn't have 6 because if they destroy Solitary Confinement, I might want to Seal of Fire one of their creatures. Okay. So we won game 1. So white winning. Sorry for changing like the way I did it. I think I don't know if Seal of Cleansing does a whole lot here besides killing Mishra's Factory. So I think I'm gonna just keep 1 just in case. Maybe I could just cut all of them. I'm not sure. We'll see. Maybe I'll get punished for that, but I think I want to replenish because I'm expecting some number of disenchant type of effects. Hidden Gibbons. So I can bring 3 cards the way it is, right? Maybe Sylvan Library is kind of slow too. I think I want Cursed Totem. I have Tsabo's Web is like. It stops Mishra's Factory. Firestorm is really strong too. I was even thinking about Hidden Gibbons, but they're not gonna. I mean, a 4/4 might be bigger than all the creatures that they play, right? All right, maybe I can cut 1 Gaia's Blessing and bring the 2nd Firestorm. Karmic Justice. Okay, I think I want to keep Karmic Justice. We just bring this Sylvan Library back. Yeah, I really want to hit Gibbons too. I think Hidden Gibbons is it's pretty good against deck that's playing a bunch of like little creatures that can't get through a 4/4. No, I'll keep it like this. Let's see how it goes. Because the problem with the Firestorm is, for some reason, they get inactive Mother runes, then Firestorm just looks silly. I think I'm gonna keep it. I gotta redraw Tsabo's Web. Okay, seems like a replay of last game. So 2 Seal of Fire, that's not bad. Oh, 3 aggro. Oh, okay. Alright, so if I draw a red source, I believe I have to. Oh, I didn't. Alright, definitely need to draw land. There's a forest. It's not bad, but I'm gonna die before I get to do anything. They attack the mother runes. Okay. Yeah, maybe the Tsabo's Web was not a great idea. Okay, I definitely need to find a red source here so I can block all of them too. Okay. All right, so 1, 2. So cast this thing. Can't play another land. Okay. Yeah, if they have a disenchant effect, then I think I'm just toast here, right? It said nice, but it doesn't really do anything. Let's see. I have to discard a card. I think it's gonna be. It's gonna be Firestorm. I was asking questions, but I'm gonna get distracted here and not. Okay, Rith Grove. Okay, so I'm not really sure how I'm gonna get out of this one. I'm wondering if the asked me if I drew it. I said no. Okay. It's okay. All right. Source Plowshares is gone. I think I need to. We're not Enchantress effect. All right. Oh, I can't target myself. This is awkward. Dang it. Solitary Confinement. All right. Did I punt this one? Quite possible that I should have just kept the Firestorm in my hand or something. Because now I have to let go of Solitary Confinement. Another creature protection from red. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, I can just not take a draw step. All right. I guess this makes what? 4 mana. What do I want to do? Maybe just 3 green. Cast this thing. It's a Mirri's Guile. I almost feel like I need to draw a Replenish here. Words of War. So our Argothian Enchantress does put a blocker in front of it, but this thing is tapping for 6. Let me think for a second. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So they have. So if I block one, they still have lethal the other 4 creatures. Well, I can block one, try to kill one, they give protection, try to kill again. And then the other one goes here, so I take 4. So I believe I have to. All right, so it's possible that I tapped my mana wrong here. Maybe I should have not saved the Serra Sanctum for the last moment. Not last moment, but the last spell. If I had an extra green, I could have Gaia's Blessing. But I mean, it is a random draw, so it's not like, oh yeah, this will solve the problem. But I think I was making too much and drawing like a Replenish. And attack with a team. Okay, so I can try to kill this guy to give protection. Okay. I think it's the same killing this or another one of those creatures. Okay, and then I can kill this one. And then the last one I'm just gonna block 7 alliance, I guess. And then take 4, go to 1. If I draw an enchantment, oh, it's a Replenish. Okay. If I play Words of War, this makes a little bit more mana. Makes 4 mana. Oh man. Okay. That was not what I wanted to do. Okay. Point number 2 of the match. I need to get Gaia's Blessing before casting Replenish. At this point, I kind of just want my opponent to have a disenchant so like I don't look dumb. Maybe they just didn't realize that I have confinement in play. There are 20 life. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 enchantments. I'm gonna have 7. Can't kill. can't fetch. All right, let's see if I can cobble together some kind of win here. Oh, it is so awkward that I can't. I guess I can Gaia's Blessing them. Okay, I think that's the line here. I'm gonna target them. Okay. So what's the line here? So that's 8 damage. I can draw 1, 2. But I think it's 2 lands on top of the deck, right? Oh no, it's a Gaia's Blessing. No, I think I should save this for the next turn when I get Mirri's Guile. Alright, so I need to find, what, 12 points of damage? And I only have 2 Enchantress effects. Okay, yeah, dead. And I have Aura of Silence. So, alright, this is Cursed Totem and Tsabo's Web. Not very good. Let's bring back this Seal of Cleansing. And try not to play as bad as I did. No, I think I still do like Cursed Totem. I'm just gonna skip on Replenish. I didn't see any instance or sorceries on them. I mean, instance for this. But I think Firestorm is still very strong. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna ship it back like this. After seeing the Tormod's Crypt, I'm a little hesitant to keep Gaia's Blessings and Replenish, but it's not uncommon for people to just use Tormod's Crypt after they see the first Gaia's Blessing. So this could be like you can always like bait them into activating Tormod's Crypt. All right, I'm definitely gonna keep this one. Oh, hold on a second. Definitely no. I just realized Serra Sanctum is not gonna make any mana here. This is way better. Okay. So I get all the colors from the fetch, and I don't think I need Rith Grove. I guess we're just gonna do this. It's a mom. Okay. I'm so surprised that they're attacking with Mother Moons. Maybe they have another one? Oh no, that guy. That creature. Okay, guess I'm just gonna... Not a seal of... I mean, seal of fire. I mean, I have all the seals. All the seals. I'm just gonna kill Mom right meow. Right meow. I think the play here is just Argothian Enchantress and cast one of the seals. Argothian Enchantress is one of those cards that I keep thinking it's in the reserve list, and I guess it's not because they did get reprinted. But such a sweet like aspect of Magic, like when they had the Enchantress effects, like no, in different iterations. Where is it? Disenchant. I don't know if my opponent's gonna watch this video, but like I really like, that's my favorite art for Disenchant. I like to play with the Ice Age ones. Okay. I don't think I'm interested in killing this creature right now. Maybe I am. I don't know. Glory Sanctum. Okay, then I have to kill this thing right now. All right, and I'm very prepared for Glory Sanctum. All right, so it's gonna... I don't think I need to save the red mana. I'm gonna go Sterling Grove here. Cool. And I think I just pass a turn here. But I'm kind of interested to try to see if I can establish the Solitary Confinement plus Sterling Grove combo. They only have 2 cards in hand. Oh, the guy's annoying, but we have Source of Plowshares for it. I can actually just like single-handedly beat my deck. Alright, so we're going to play another Mirri's Guile. And usually I'm a big fan of just like hitting the like yield every time this happens. But since I have Sterling Grove in play, there is some chances that I want to like respond to my own Sterling Grove. So I'm just gonna plow this creature right now. And I'm doing this just to kind of save time, really. Okay, and I'll pass the turn to my opponent. And I think I take 3 damage. Yeah, I kind of just want to grab Solitary Confinement here and see if maybe they can't beat that. 4 or 5. Yeah, I can guess Confinement and Enchantress Presence. Okay. Serra Sanctum is a good one. I could probably put in a different order, put Serra Sanctum first, but I think this is quite okay. Yeah, I guess I can just play Enchantress first, and then Enchantress Presence, and then play Serra Sanctum, and that's everything I ever want to cast. This 4 mana. And again, I forgot to cast my Gaia's Blessing before Solitary Confinement. I'm pretty sure. Okay, this had GG's, but like I said, I probably Probably won't be able to finish this league with this deck, so these matches are probably going to be just bonus matches for the next one. But maybe for the next league, I'll remember little things like this. Sorry, no point was talking about the matchup. Hold on a second. So like the mana on this version seems a little more tricky than obviously the straight green white ones, right? You just playing green white lands, and this one I think like every deck in Premodern, when you have a third color, things get a little more complicated, right? Because we don't have perfect mana like in other formats, like more contemporary Magic. We don't have dual lands or shock lands. So just like ordering the way you order your land drops like in the early game can make a huge difference, right? If you can't cast your spells basically on curve, the more aggressive decks can just like capitalize on that. But yeah. So this was round 2 of the current league, and I know it's gonna sound like a broken record, but if you're watching from this point on, these matches are probably gonna be like bonus matches for the next video. And yep, I will see you guys for the next league, and thanks for watching. All right, we're gonna play match number 3 of this league that we might get to finish or may not get to finish. Either way, playing Premodern is awesome. So it looks like I'm on the play. Ooh, this hand can be. I think I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna believe in the power Mirri's Guile. Having like all my colors here, it's pretty good. Also like lately I've been playing a lot against decks that Source of Plowshares is very good. So hopefully it'll work out. They are on a mode of 5 too. Okay, this is what I wanted to happen. I want my opponent to just play turn 1 Jackal Pup. Maybe turn 1 Goblin Lackey. And they only have 1 land in their hand. Now, kidding aside, I hope they have a good hand that can function and we can play a game. Gemstone Mine. Alright. Oh, okay. This is a Tireless Tribe combo thing? So Sterling Grove, I'll be working towards Enchantress Presence. So I think I'm just gonna do this now. I'm not really sure how this deck operates, to be honest. I know, I mean, it could be Reanimator too, right? Like that's just a discard outlet maybe, but I think it's the one that they play the switcheroo card. I forgot what it's called, but oh, as it turns out, I guess I would have enough time to Sterling Grove and then search for the thing. All right, in this case, I'm just gonna do like this. And I guess I'll play Sterling Grove. And I'm just gonna pick up my planes, I guess. All right, and then we're gonna, oops, not F5. I'm just gonna search up a Enchantress Presence. Well, maybe not. Maybe we're just gonna kill that thing. I do have the Seal of, what do you call it? The Seal of Shock top of my deck. So I guess Cursed Totem seems pretty good here. I have no clue what they're gonna bring against me. So I think I'm just gonna. I think the main card that combos it's a red card, right? Not a combo, but the one that switches the power and toughness. Yeah, I think this is fine. Gibson Junkie. I wonder if there are someone that likes to play the guitar. I think this hand is a mulligan. This is much better. And this Solitary Confinement can go back, or maybe Gaia's Blessing. Oh, we'll give it like this. I mean, really, the card that matters here is Enchantress Presence, right? Also, so like, I'll just ask about something regardless. Magical line. Apparently, they had one of the preview cards stuck on the middle of the screen. It happened to me before. Like, Magical line is a good program for what it's worth. The best option we have for play Magic online, but it does have its faults, right? I think that's what happened to my opponent there. Yeah, I was saying Enchantress Presence. So like English is not my first language, but I always thought that like if something ends with a S, like Enchantress, to show the possessive, you just put an apostrophe. You don't have to put the second S behind it. But anyways, I don't think I need the value of like shuffling and fetching back into my deck, right? Okay. My hand is like super soft to their combo now. They have 6 cards in hand. I was wondering if I should have kept the Solitary Confinement, but I'm gonna go against my rule that I said earlier. It's not fetch, but I don't think there's a reason for me to not fetch here. And I guess, do they have blue? Do they not have counter magic in their deck? They had Wild Mongrel, aka Wonder Dog. Ray of Revelation. All right. Not doing much here, neither me or my opponents. I like how they fetch just in their turn, like to. I don't know if it's a safe time or less turn to just fetch it and do anything. Okay, yeah, maybe that's what it is. I get it. The F6 value. I am gonna hold this fetch land though, because again, if I draw a Mirri's Guile, it's kind of relevant. So I'm just gonna play Sterling Grove, and maybe I won't even activate because they have Rail Revelation in the graveyard. So if I draw another enchantment that I want to keep around, then Sterling Grove will protect it. So yeah, they figured that too. Deep Analysis. Well, they're gonna draw a lot of cards here. Alright, so they probably decide if they want to just activate the deep analysis now. They were probably safe to do that turn, but I guess they just didn't think it was worth it. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to the Seal of Cleansing in my hand because if I draw an Enchantress Presence or Argothian Enchantress, they are gonna try to kill it. Okay. Alright, I feel even better now for my line of play here. So next turn, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. I mean, I'm sure they have more disenchant effects. Wild Mongrel. Okay. So I guess I'll try to kill it. And I didn't want to draw a card now, so I'm wondering if they just have. Well, they do have double blue. Yeah, I figured it'd be like circular logic, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't pay for that. I guess it was just like madness with yeah, to be 5. Do not have 5. So I guess I can fetch, grab a mountain. I tap like this. I don't think it's super relevant here. Yeah, this one has both colors in my deck. I mean, all 3 colors of my deck, so. Oh, I drew a land. Alright. Arrogant Worm. Alright, so they're gonna swing for at least 6 next turn. Definitely misjudge my opponent. Uh-oh, did they forget to attack? They did. Alright, well, this is awkward because I don't know. I mean, the best I can do is like if I go to 6 life, I can concede, I guess. I mean, I'm still probably gonna lose this game unless I draw really well. Yep. Yeah, because they're gonna swing for 6, 10. Oh, where did they play a land? I think it was dead in one swing, right? They discard 4 cards, 6, 10, 2 more, 12. That was a 6 life. Okay. Alright. So they're gonna swing for 6 this time. Yeah, those things that happen in Magic Online, like, I mean, if it's a. Obviously, the Premodern League is different because it's. I mean, to me, at least it's casual. We're not. There's no prizing involved here, but if it's like a regular league, kind of just chalk it up as like being a mistake, like the ones that happen in paper too. Like, but for this one here, they're a little harder to. Oh no, it taps 1 creature. Okay. Interesting. But this thing has flashback, right? Am I just dead? Untap this. I know they don't have enough to untap this and flashback deep analysis. So they're just gonna cast deep analysis, I guess. Okay. Pretty cool attack, I guess. I like their deck. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna fetch her because this game. Going to be over next turn. Yep. No, I'm at 6 life. They got it. If they didn't miss that one attack. All right. So I am gonna no, Source of Plowshare is good. I'm just gonna hope that I don't miss Seal of Cleansing here. I'm gonna bring the Gibbons, and I guess I'll bring another Replenish. And I'm just gonna go with that. Like Pyroblast is really good too. Maybe do that. Let me bring a Pyroblast too. I feel like this list should have more Pyroblast type of effects in the sideboard. I think I'm gonna keep this one. It's a little risky, but I think the Seal of Fires and Hidden Gibbons and just having access to all my colors with Grand Coliseum might get there. I don't know. The mulligan to 4. Oof. Okay, so yeah, see, that's one of the things, like playing a 3-color deck. I'm gonna have to fetch a forest that's not gonna cast anything on turn 2 unless I draw another Hidden Gibbons or a Mirri's Guile. So yeah, tapped land that makes. So let's say if this was a City of Brass, how much better would it have been? I could have killed the Tireless Tribe, I guess. I mean, I guess if I draw any Enchantress effect. Oh, they haven't seen Seal of Fire too, by the way. So they might just name Source of Plowshares with this. And okay, so they're thinking about it. Okay, it might not just be as easy as I was thinking. I don't know. End up going Source of Plowshares. Yeah, makes sense. I think it makes sense too. The first card you name is like a removal spell, because unless you just want Meddling Mage to eat the removal spell, but I don't know how efficient is that line of play. So I think here I'm just gonna fetch for a mountain because I can't get a plains, and I'm just gonna kill this guy now. Maybe I should just kill the Tireless Tribe too. Okay, they only have 2 cards in hand. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna kill Tireless Tribe. I'm just gonna plow it. Well, I will tell you something though. Grand Coliseum does have the advantage of not having a triggered ability like City of Brass does, because on Magic Online, that card is super annoying. See, like this just happened. Like when you're the player using City of Brass, it grinds my gears, in case you can't tell by the tone of my voice. All right, so let's sequence this correct, because they only have 1 card in hand, so they could possibly have a Circular Logic. They don't have it. Okay, so we're gonna play this. I'm assuming they would have tried to protect the Wild Mongrel if they had it. So this was like a fantastic sequence of plays here for me. Okay, they have a Tireless Tribe. Okay. They could discard a card and make into a 4/4. I mean, a 0/4. I'm sorry, a 1/5. I don't know how to +0 +4. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, that is not very good. Okay, I don't know. Maybe this is a mistake. I mean, they're holding on to a card in hand. I don't know what it is. Okay, whatever it is, there's something that they want to hold on to. All right. Maybe it's a disenchant effect. No, it's a Manly Mage. Quiet spec. Okay. All right. So I guess I can put some deep analysis in the graveyard. Grand Coliseum. I don't know if I can call it a bootleg City of Brass. Roar the Worm. Volcanic Spray. This one deals damage, right? Oh, it's 1 damage to each creature without flying. Okay. And that's not an instant, it's a sorcery, so it doesn't even trigger this. All right. Looks like we're in the path to lose the game here. This Enchantress Presence would have been very, very good last turn. All right, so they can... I guess I can flash this back. With the 6/6, that will be a quick clock. Yeah. And I don't currently have a way to deal with it. Okay. Well, I think fetching doesn't matter. No, it does matter, I guess. Yeah, 6. No, they don't have any damage. Was it just creatures? Volcanic Spray, 1 into each creature, and each player. Okay. It still doesn't matter because that's 6. I go to 8. They can attack for 8 next turn, yeah. Source of Plowshares again. Yeah, it might just be that. So let me see. What do I draw here that saves me? I don't think there's a card that I can draw. I need to draw Wrath of God. Unfortunately, the card is not in my deck. Okay, so it has to be exactly Enchantress Presence into Solitary Confinement. That is not a Solitary Confinement. Okay. There's always a chance I guess my opponent casts an instant before they attack. And I have a blocker. Maybe they forget that. Please cast a disenchant. All right, they found the line. All right, cool. All right, let me see if I can squeeze another game in, and then we'll see here, guys, for round 4.